I don't know if I should call this a testimony or what, but this is an experience that I've never had before in my life. Yeah, I collapsed at midnight, and the hotel called an ambulance for me. Okay, what happened was I finished the live chat. I did live chat last night. I finished the live chat, and we prepared to go to sleep. All of a sudden, I started feeling claustrophobic. Like I was having this intense panic attack. I needed to get out of the room. The whole place started like closing up on me. I was struggling to breathe. So my husband ran out to the elevator to check us. Before then, the elevator had been out of service. Yeah. So he went down to get something, and he said he only used the service elevator. Yeah. So he went, and then it was still out of service. So he came back into the room. He started calling them, calling the reception, and they were begging him like he should give them 15 minutes that they will fix it. He said he doesn't have 15 minutes. They said, okay, 5 minutes. He said he needs to take his wife out downstairs, that it's an emergency and his wife is pregnant. I know the hotel, they were doing their best, but still, yeah. I started.
Listen, the way you're saying it's not funny. You cannot let something like this ever happen again, honestly.
Do you know that when my husband was making another call, he kept calling. The fourth time he was calling, I couldn't stand it anymore. I wore my pajamas.
This thing, they make me let you out of my sight.
And then I went outside.
Pregnant women should always be with someone.
Honestly, that's one thing I learned. Pregnant women should always be with someone, especially when your pregnancy has advanced.
Last night was not funny.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie.
And it was around 2 a.m. This thing happened around 2 a.m.
Or they blame myself.
Maybe you cause them. Maybe you make this elevator. They were out of. So I checked the elevator again. My husband was making call. He didn't even know when I left the room, and he was still out. Yeah. And then I saw the door, the heavy door leading to the staircase. I said, okay, this is better. My God, our hotel room was on the 28th floor. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know who told me that I could walk that 28th floor to the reception downstairs. I started walking. Yeah.
I know if you do. I don't understand how you were thinking.
I went into the staircase. I started going down. I went down. I walked and walked. When I got to the 11th floor, I started feeling pain from the 13th floor. 28th floor, I started feeling severe abdominal pain from the 13th floor. I still kept going. I was struggling. I couldn't stand on. I kept going. I held the rails. I was moving slowly and in excruciating pain. At some point, I started crying because I looked up. I'm like, how do I go back up? Because I was already on the 12th floor. I still continued going down. But the good thing is that there were cameras around each floor that I got to. There were cameras. Not knowing that they were watching me through the cameras. I was still pushing and pushing and pushing. And when I got to the 9th floor, I couldn't move again. And then I collapsed. But before I could hit the ground, that's the amazing thing. I felt a strong hand from behind, like catch me. I didn't. It was one of the hospital management, one of the hospital staff here. I say hospital. One of the hotel guy. He grabbed me, and I looked at him. His face was blurry. I couldn't even see very well. Like his face was moving. Like his face were in 3 places. It was blurry, and my eyes. I was trying not to shut my eyes, but I couldn't control my eyes. This guy carried me, and as he was carrying me, he had is it that thing? What's that thing they call? That's thing that they call. Is it in taco? That small phone that you can walkie-talkie. Yeah, he had it and he pressed it, and he was calling for help. This guy carried me from that and told me that. Carried me, I think it was a room on that 9th floor. He took me at the door that leading to another reception because the hotel is very big. And there were 2 ladies there, 2 hotel staff there. They came and they helped me. And as they were putting me on a chair, one chair for me to sit down, they were already calling the ambulance. They were already calling ambulance. Me, I was whispering, my husband, he's on the 28th floor. I need my husband, 28th floor. Oh my God. It was a terrible experience.
I'm going to put some markers down. Some things that you're not going to do anymore.
It was a terrible experience. I don't know what I was thinking. And funny enough, as I was walking down the stairs, going fast so that the claustrophobia would stop, that panic attack, I was just, at some point it stopped though, but like it was too late for me to go back to the room. So I just, I was so lucky. So I think that guy was watching me from the camera, through the camera. And then he suspected, he knew when I started getting weak from the 12th floor because I was struggling, holding my stomach. And then he ran, God, or more. And when the ambulance came, they checked my vitals, they checked my sugar was good. They checked my, what is that thing called? Oxygen. Yeah, they checked my oxygen was good. They checked my BP, they said it's high. What did he say? Borderline what?
Borderline means it's not too high, it's not too low.
Yeah.
It's not low enough.
It's not low enough. So he said it's borderline 150 something, Guinea one. Yeah. And then we were told to get into the ambulance so that we can go to the hospital. But by that time, I was already getting myself, and they asked me a lot of questions, if I was having any discharge, if I was having any contraction, blah, blah, blah. I said no. Asked me how many weeks gone. I said it. And my God, it was quite an experience, honestly. It was quite, the hospital even had to change our room. The hotel had to change our room. They said I shouldn't be on that 28th floor again. So they moved us to the room downstairs so that it would be easy for me to, walk out if I want to walk out instead of I've never been in a place where the elevators are not working. Like I couldn't just rush out of oh my God. The big lesson I learned that from this whole incident is that, you see, pregnant women, especially the ones that pregnancy has advanced, should never be left alone in a room. So I just felt like sharing this.
It never ever happened again.
Never.
I'm still pissed at
I'm actually in shock. You're pissed at me and yourself. What of the hotel that the elevators were out of service?
These things happen. This was not any hotel. Been to different hotels. Elevators go out of service. It's not a problem. In that few minutes that the elevators went out of service, we are talking very late in the night here. You should have just gotten it together. Do the right thing.
I've learned my lesson. This will never happen again. This is like a testimony. I just felt like sharing it because, honestly, as how somebody for wake up this morning can't they hear bad news, but it's not my portion. It's not my portion. Me that's already planning for 2025. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thank you so much, guys. Bye bye.